make a motion for the approval to amend the agenda to include non-resident contracts under the consent items.
Second. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion passes. I need to approve the amended agenda.
I make a motion for the approval of the amended meeting agenda.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion passes. All right, at this time, are there any board member comments?
I was able to attend the preschool open house and had a really good time seeing all the families interact. I think they had a good turnout. I think they said 50-some children came, and it was nice to meet the families, see the games they did. They read a nice story, and we had an interpreter there. And I thought it was a great night for the Danville schools. I know there's been another one for, I believe, the kindergarten and first grade recently, but I want to say thank you to all those that put it on and interacting with our community.
Okay, and just wanted to let everyone know that Mr. Becker sends his regrets. He is out of town this evening and will not be here with us. So at this time, I'll turn things over to Dr. Shelton.
Thank you, and I apologize for my voice. It's still kind of coming and going. We just want to give a couple of quick updates. One on the strategic plan that we're working on district-wide. All of our subcommittees have met, at least once, some of them twice at this point, and they're working on the goals and action steps, and we should have an early draft next month for you to review. A couple of things with sports, just want to let everybody know we have a Big Ads Madness going on currently, so if you get an opportunity when you leave the board meeting, head down towards the gym. Basketball opens next week. Our cheer team, if you've not heard, got third place in the game day division this past weekend. And our swimming and diving program were recognized on the Scholastic Ball Report on 27 WKYT, which I think is amazing, so it's really a great thing to report. And then also wanted to let the group know that I had lunch this past week with a group of 10 Danville High School students. And it was an amazing lunch. I took feedback on their school, heard a lot about what their dreams and their hopes were for the future. It was a great group of kids, very professional young adults, and I really enjoyed that, and they gave me a lot of good ideas for our school system. So that was a great lunch. And then the last thing, I do want to let you know that, again, I've given you an update on the 7 leadership standards that I work on each month. You will notice that some standards each month, I may not have something particularly to report out. I try to keep it to the larger items that we're working on in the district. Teresa Osborne has posted it for you in the e-meeting so that you can review that. If you have any questions about anything under those standards, please feel free to give me a call.
Great. All right. Thank you, Dr. Shelton. This time we have a packed house, so I know everyone is here for our student recognitions, and Dr. Murray, if it's okay, we'll start with Bay Middle School. Is that okay? Or do you need to go first? Okay, go ahead. I know we've got a lot going on. We have a lot going on downstairs. Okay, Ms. Ralston.
Sorry. Good evening. Like Dr. Shelton said, we have Big Ads Madness, so Dr. Murray agreed to let ladies go first. If you've been here before when we've done recognitions, you know that Danville High School keeps with the tradition of recognizing arts, academics, and athletics, and we continue that tradition tonight. And we have a great group of students that we want to recognize. And we want to start with our, our academic recognitions tonight. And I have 2 students that we want to recognize. And these 2 students received National Commendation from the National Merit Society, and those students are Eli Gooch and Alec McAllister. So if Eli and Alec come forward. I don't think Eli's here, so we'll hold that for him. In athletics, we have a great group of students, big group of students to recognize, as usual. Our soccer teams did a fabulous, fabulous job this year, had a great season, both girls and boys, and we had several students who made all-state, all-region, honorable mention. So we wanted to take time to recognize those students tonight. First of all, we want to recognize Nathan Hazlett, he was second team All-State. Nathan. Alec McAllister was second team All-State and All-Region team. Grace Gaffney was second team All-State. Grace. And Grace signed today with Moorhead. Briar Sanders was All-State Honorable Mention. Briar. Caitlin Wilcher was soccer All-State Honorable Mention and All-Region team. Let's see. Laura Akers was All-Region soccer team. And I think she's probably at Big Ad Madness, but we'll give her a round of applause. And Ethan Redmond was All-Region tournament team. And we have one more recognition we want to recognize tonight, and that's Coach Brent Bowman. He was the Small School Coach of the Year. So,
right in the front.
So we have one more student we want to recognize tonight. If you haven't driven by the tea leaf to see the mural on the wall that the sister cities did in conjunction with Danville High School, I hope that you'll drive by there. It's absolutely fabulous. And we had a couple students that worked really, really hard on that in conjunction with the artists. And one of them couldn't be here tonight. Her name's Holly Smith. We'll go ahead and give her a round of applause. And the other student, I'm not sure if she's here, Sarah Boyles. Is Sarah here? Anybody seen Sarah? But the other one is Sarah Boyles, and I just can't say how much they worked on this mural and how much work they did outside of the classroom and outside of the school day. So we wanted to take time to recognize them. That's all I have. Thank you. And I hope you come to Big Red tonight.
All right, so I'm Dr. Murray. I'm the new principal at BATE. So this is my first time addressing the board with these awards, so bear with me. There's a long list here of students that were all distinguished on K-Prep from last year. So these students are 7th graders, 8th graders, and 9th graders this year. So some of these students aren't with BATE anymore, they're at the high school, but I'll go ahead and read through this list. Abigail Anderson. Mia Anderson. Damani Bell. Marshall Cooper. Carter Dilbeck. Ava Drake. Kia Earl. Jack Irwin. Anna Gooch. Matthew Gover. Elena Griffiths. Grace Haynes. Alex Harper. Henry Hurley. Naomi Israel. Christina Johnson. David Lamb. Lauren Lucas. Isabella Murray. Emma Nesmith. Ramona Pierce. Evan Sanders. Ethan Stresselwell. Carson Wastel. Trinity Welch.
Yes.
Tori Wiseman. And Sophia Wilson.
That's everything. Kind of sit in front of them a little bit. Yeah.
We
Put
can
the
do
tall
two
people in
rows,
the back.
some of you guys want to get in front. A couple more if you guys can get in the front. Perfect.
All right, that's one way to empty your room really quickly, so. All right, so moving on to the next item on the agenda is our personnel notifications. Those are obviously just there for review. If you have any questions, please let Dr. Shelton know. Next item on the agenda are the minutes of the previous meeting.
I make a motion for the approval of the October 15th, 2018, and the October 22nd, 2018 meeting minutes as submitted.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right. Next item is the approval of the BG1 for DHS roofing project, Phase 3. You're a star.
All right. Asking for approval of the VG1 for the Phase 3, which is the final phase of the high school roofing project. We're getting ready to start Phase 2, but we wanted to go ahead and get the application into KDE for Phase 3 that like we talked about at the working session for a total of $533,160. Any questions?
No, I think we discussed it at length in the work session.
I make a motion for the approval of the VG1 for the DHS roofing project Phase 3 as submitted.
Second. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, moving on to reports, Mr. Bain.
You should have a copy of the October 2018 financial statement. Page 1 is a summary of the account balance for the various funds. We started out the month of October with a balance of $4,988,000. Total receipts for the month of $2,458,000. Claims of $1,135,000. Payroll of $1,312,763.70. Total of expenditures $2,448,000. So left us with a balance at the end of October of $4,998,811.30. During the month of October, as we discussed, our tax revenues have started coming in, and November will be a pretty good collection month for those. So we'll see the balance start to tick upward now, since the revenues for that will start rolling in, just as we did last year. Down at the bottom, or in the middle of the page, you'll see how the balance breaks out by the various funds. You'll see the general fund cash balance of $3,456,000. Also in the general fund are the sick leave escrow and the assigned maintenance funds. Two things I'll point out to you as far as the balances are concerned. The special revenue shows a negative $39,000 and some change. That's due to the fact that our federal cash request didn't come in until after the 1st of November. It was in process. We were waiting on some things to be cleared up on our application for a consolidated application. Also, the building fund cash, as we'll talk about in a minute, we had a fairly substantial bond interest and principal payment during the month. So that took the carryover that we had, and now it's a negative $130,967, but in November we'll start replenishing that with the tax receipts that we have to set aside for our debt service, so that'll go back up in the month of November as well. Also, balance of $4,998,811.30. At the bottom, you'll see a brief summary of the Hogsett Construction Fund CD. During the month, we had a draw of $359,353. That was pay application number 1 to Marilla Construction, which took us to a balance now of $7,825,300.99. On page 2 is a summary of the receipts for the month of October. You'll see the amounts. It's given to you by month, year-to-date figures, then a comparison with the budget, and then also over in the next to the last column, you'll see how receipts to date compared to last year at this time for the same number of months. On page 3 is a summary of the expenses by function. You can see everything from instruction, support services, plant operation and maintenance, transportation, the amounts expended during the month of October, as with the revenues, the year-to-date and the budget, and then also last year, so you can see how things stacked up where we were last year. At the bottom of the page, you can see our total general fund cash is $4,055,708.63, of which $200,000 is for assigned sick leave escrow, and then maintenance of $399,000, leaving us with a general fund balance of $3,456,334. Any questions on any of those?
I make a motion for the approval of the financial report as submitted.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. And we're moving on to the payment of invoices.
You have a copy of the vendor invoices that were paid during the month of October. Total accounts payable claims, as we said earlier, was $1,135,460.65. Of that total for the month, $359,353 for the Hogsett Construction and Renovation Project. Also had some other miscellaneous items like site inspections for the Hogsett project at $8,607. We also purchased some desks with our Tolliver Construction Fund contingency that we have remaining in the amount of $5,229. Replaced HVAC system at John W. Baker Middle School at $89,452. And then also our softball project is underway. We've got some engineering costs that are $5,800. Also, during the month, as I said, we had a significant bond principal and interest payment to U.S. Bank of $278,777. So that, after those expenditures are subtracted out, that leaves us with $388,242, which were spent for routine monthly expenditures such as instructional supplies, repairs and maintenance, utilities, food service, those type of items. Just some other notable expenditures that we, during the month, hit some of the highlights. We finished rekeying 3 of our facilities, the high school, John W. Bate Middle School, and Jenny Rogers Building, at a cost of $29,835. This was the second payment on that total, so those should be completed now. Some painting at John W. Bate Middle School in the amount of $8,929. Replaced some rubber stair treads at the high school, $9,921. Purchased a utility tractor and loader with some of the Tolliver contingency money at $20,935, which will be used to help maintain the outside, the pavers and everything. And then some instruction items. We had Lexia license renewal for Hogsett is $7,650, and then Study Island for John W. Bate Middle School, $6,406. Also, student accident insurance premiums during the month of $42,036. Any questions on the items on the vendor invoice?
I make a motion for the approval of the payment of invoices totaling $1,135,460.65 as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next item is the softball design.
This is the schematic design that I think it is attached to,
Mhm.
but I brought a couple of the larger copies just if you wanted to look at it one more time. This is the schematic design that we discussed a couple of months ago, actually, with John Harmon. And to get the process going so we can solicit bids, we need approval from the board on the schematic design. So why don't you look at it one more time, and we've already been through the discussion of it all. We've got the placement where it backs up to the middle school, and we'll be able to use the parking there to be closer for spectators, probably the best orientation we can get in the area, and it's gonna look really good.
Has this changed at all since the last time we saw it? Not at
No.
all?
We just didn't approve it because
Use the word.
it was in a draft form still, and so he has finished it up, and we just need board approval so that we can solicit bids to go with this project. We did pull out the things we talked about. Pulled out the site amenities, the fencing, things like that, so.
Since it's the same, and we've already talked about it, I make the motion for the approval of the softball schematic design as submitted.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right. And the next item is the consent agenda.
Make a motion for the approval of all the consent items as presented.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. I don't think we have anyone here for reserved for the public, and there is no need for an executive session this evening, so at this time, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?